So Gary, what is a chargeback?
A chargeback is when a consumer buys something online, typically online. They then call their bank up and they see their online banking statement and they don't understand the charge. Let's say it's from XYZ retailer or e-tailer, okay, because you can't do this inside of a store when you show up to a store itself. And maybe the wife sees that, you went to a club or you bought a membership program or a gym and she doesn't understand the charge. She calls up her bank and she says, hey, this isn't me. I didn't buy this.
So
and
even though I bought it,
Yep.
I agreed to buy it. I maybe even used the product already.
Oh yeah, most often.
And my wife sees it 60 days later, 90 days later. I've already consumed it.
Yep.
And she's like, that's not our charge.
That's right.
Whether it was or wasn't. Or I didn't approve this or I didn't agree to it or what.
So it's so easy today that she literally can go onto her online banking statement and hit a hyperlink, a little button that says dispute. That dispute's activated. It goes to her bank. The bank then draws the money away from the merchant, the online merchant, takes all the money.
Even though they've already collected 60 days ago.
They have to have no proof. They just file it. Now, they're being overwhelmed. I feel bad for the issuing banks because they're being...
By fraudulent chargebacks.
Well, the real problem is that the explosion of the online marketplace, it's so heavy. There's so many transactions. 7% of all commerce is done online now. So the banks are in overwhelm. It's not really we think this is a $120 billion a year problem where money is just leaking away from merchants, from consumers who are being a bit irresponsible because the relationship with their merchant is very anonymous now.
Right.
They're buying. Look, consumers used to travel 3 hours to go to 4 stores. They'd go to Walmart, then they'd go to Target, and then they'd go somewhere else. Today, in 3 hours, with a glass of wine, or in Colorado with a reefer, they can shop at 30 stores in 3 hours. They've forgotten where they were shopping. They forgot maybe they bought products. On Monday morning, they look at their bank statement and go, oh, I've spent too much money, and they start filing disputes.
Yeah, so this could apply then to books that I bought, a program I bought, vitamins, skincare.
This hammers every EU.
No one's protected.
And U.S. retailer, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone, it doesn't matter. We thought this problem was relegated to a very small number of merchants that were really aggressive entrepreneurial type merchants. This is a pandemic across the entire retailer industry.
Somebody selling a product on the internet.
Yeah,
They didn't have this in their budget. They didn't have chargebacks as part of their business plan budget. Like, oh, this is going to leak out my income.
You mean you're talking about the guy selling, the merchant?
Yeah, the merchant, the person that would hire your services.
That's right. Yeah.
Didn't plan on, hey, I'm going to sell $1 million this year, and 70,000 of that minimum, right?
Well, it's about, we think it's about 1.78% of all transactions online get leaked in this dispute or super refund cycle. Sometimes the consumer just calls up for a refund and the bank just files a dispute because it's easier.
Wow. So what do you guys do about it? I mean,
so what we do is we are the experts in payment processing. We're connected to 182 banks, 42 different operating systems or CRMs. And we basically, instead of the merchant looking in the past, oh gosh, I sold a book, I sold this, and I've got Betty Smith claiming a chargeback, which by the way will cost you somewhere between $10 and $35 is a fine that you cannot get out of. You have a black mark, you can only have 100 of these a month or exceed 1% and exceed 1%. You lost all your advertising, all your cost of goods, just disappeared.
I don't want it back.
Shipping and handling,
used it,
shipping and handling's gone.
Right.
Your CPA, your cost of advertising's gone. Right. There is a cost of advertising.
Sure.
And you have an upset consumer. Right. And now you got an upset merchant. He goes and hires a bunch of accounting people. Well, guess what? Accounting people in a sales organization know nothing about the complexity of payment processing. It is very, very complicated. And so what we do is we take over that whole role. We guarantee a result for you. We guarantee a recovery rate far higher than the industry, double the industry. We're the only company in the world that provides a guarantee, a financial guarantee. So it's almost like we're providing insurance against chargebacks.
Right. What are you going to get from this? What can people expect to get from this?
Well, look what we did for you. We made you more compliant. We got you more streamlined. We found out where some of your mistakes were being made that actually create chargebacks. And lastly, we're going to probably give you about 133% return on investment for every dollar you spend with us, guaranteed. But more importantly, we put you into a compliant atmosphere so that you're actually running your business better with less friction. And
So
less
what do you
leakage.
guarantee? What you guarantee is not only do I guarantee that you're compliant, but I also guarantee your return on your investment.
Yeah, and you remember when I told you that it's not about making revenue online, it's about retaining revenue?
Yes.
This is one of the pieces to retain revenue.
So Gary, you did an analysis for us on our chargebacks and revealed some really interesting things to me.
Yeah.
What can you do for the people watching to analyze their business and whether or not they need your services?
Well, for your clients, you've done a really special deal for them. We do a free analysis for them. It's about a $10,000 diagnostic study. And the reason we do that is we want to understand the real problem. We don't want to just apply a solution to something that we don't fully understand.
ChargeBacks911, ChargeBacks911. How would they email you or call you?
Gary at chargeback911.com.
Gary at chargebacks911.com. He'll give you a free analysis. Find out if you're being hit by fraud that you never planned on. You deserve to know.